ใหม่บูชาแนลค่ะ
สวัสดีครับพบกับผมป้าใหม่บูนะครับเป็นอีกครั้งกับเกม Dragon Age Origin นะครับเอาล่ะวันนี้ก่อนเข้าเนื้อหานะผมมีเรื่องเตือนภัยมาเล่าให้สู่กันฟังครับผมเพิ่งเจอมาสดร้อนนี่แหละแต่เพจเกมถูกบอกด้วยเขาเตือนมาแล้วเริ่มกันเลยนะก็คือวันนี้ผมได้รับการทักทายจากชาวต่างชาติผมไม่รู้ชาติไหนนะว่า
a question, if I may.
ว่าผมไปโกงไปโกงค่าขายไอเทมเขามาพร้อมกับหลักฐานเลยนะมีหลักฐานด้วยก็เป็นไอเทมจากเกมแล้วก็เป็นชื่อผมรูปโปรไฟล์ผมแล้วก็บอกว่าผมโดนมิจฉาชีพสวมบอกไว้ก่อนนะครับผมไม่เก่งอังกฤษผมใช้ Google ทานแปลคุยกับเขาแล้วทีนี้พอถึงเวลา
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
คำสาบานจะหมดอายุไหมล่ะ
Not precisely. I said I would serve you until you saw fit to release me. One simply assumes that once your Grey Warden business is finished, you would have no need of an assassin to follow you about. Am I wrong?
ทีนี้ไอ้เจ้าสามารถเพื่อเขาก็ยืนยันมาทีนี้
I might even be glad to call myself such, come to think of it. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
ทีนี้ยังไงดีล่ะไอ้ทางนั้นก็บอกก็ส่งผมนึกได้ว่าผมเคยเห็นเพจขอออกชื่อเพจนะครับเกมถูกบอกด้วยเขาเตือนว่ามันจะมีมิจฉาชีพพวกนี้หลอกเอาข้อมูลผมก็เลยไปถามเจ้าของเพจแอดมินเพจเกมถูกบอกด้วย
You never asked?
คราวนี้พอ
All right. If you want the full
ผม
explanation,
ก็เลยตัด
I'll give it
บล็อก
to
ไป
you.
เลยครับเพราะว่าไม่มีผลอะไรถ้าใครเจอ
I'm
อย่า
used
ต
to
ก
not
ใจ
telling
นะครับ
anyone who didn't already know. It was always a secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew. And then after the battle, when I should have told you, I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that?
คือต้องระวังนะครับผมพูดเลยตั้งสติครับเจอพวกเนี้ย
Yes, well, I suppose part of me kind of liked you not knowing.
เพราะว่าพวกนี้มันก็มุกคือพอเดี๋ยวมันก็จะขอข้อมูลอะไรเราแล้วเดี๋ยวหรือจะเอาลิงก์ให้เราคลิก
They treat me differently. I
เพราะ
become
นั้น
the
ไม่ต้องกลัว
bastard
ครับ
prince
ส
to
ตรีม
them
มัน
instead of just
ถ้าเกมนั้นกูไม่เคยเล่น
I
ยัง
know
ไง
that
กู
must
ก็มีไอ
sound
เทม
stupid to you, but
นะ
I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it. I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me.
ว่าแล้วครับผมเล่นเกมสตรีมผมเล่นเหมือนคนไม่มีเพื่อนผมบอกเลย
You can say that again. I don't think I've ever had a choice in the matter. Right from when I was born, all my choices have been made for me. And now our Lehman plans to put me forward as the heir. It never ends, does it? And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. It was a dumb thing to do. I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now. Let's go.
ว่าไงจ้าที่รัก
The stars are out.
โลกนี้ยังมีความงด
It
งามอยู่
comforts me to know that the stars will remain untouched by the blight. That whatever happens down here, they will shine eternally, their light undimmed. There is a story about that cluster of stars over there. Do you know it? Elindra and her soldier? A long time ago, there lived a fair maiden called Elindra. She had many suitors, but spurned them all, for she did not love them.
คือ
One
เธอ
day,
เธอชอบแล้วเรา
Elindra
จูบ
was
ได้แล้ว
sitting
อ่ะ
by her window in her father's castle, singing and dreaming, when her lovely voice caught the attention of a young soldier. Entranced by her song, the soldier drew near to Elindra's window. As their eyes met, he fell in love with her, and she with him. When Elindra told her father about the man she had chosen, he was furious, for Elindra was high-born, but her love nothing more than a common soldier. To keep them apart, he had Elindra imprisoned in the highest tower of his castle, and sent her soldier to the wars. Alas, not a month had passed before news of the soldier's death reached Elindra. Alone in her tower, Elindra wept for her love, and beseeched the gods to deliver her from this cruel world. So
ร้อนไหมเนี่ย
earnest was her plea that the gods themselves were moved. They gathered Elindra into their arms and lifted her high into the heavens, where she became a star. The gods also raised up the soul of Elindra's soldier love, and there he dwells, across the horizon from her. The band of stars between them is a river of Elindra's tears, cried for her lost love. They say that when Elindra has cried enough, she will be able to
ตั้ง
cross
แต่
the river
ใช้โปร
to
แกร
be
มแคปคัทเป็น
reunited with
นี่
her soldier.
นั่นเป็นเรื่องสวยงามนะ
This story is one of my favorites. A tale of a love so great and so enduring that it defies death and moves the gods to action. Sometimes I ask myself, does such a love exist? Can it exist? 'I never expected you to say that. It is a pleasant surprise.
ฉันดูเป็นคนที่โรแมนติกที่
I
เยี่ยม
have
มา
to
ก
say there is a certain severity to you. Finding a person behind that all is nice. Maybe you should let your softer side show more often. Sometimes following your heart, not your head, leads you to remarkable places. You've seen and touched Andraste's ashes. They are the holiest thing on this earth, the remains of the Maker's chosen.
มันน่าทึ่งมาก
I do not know if I am worthy to look upon her.
เริ่มเป็นคนละทุกคน
Yes, of course, but it still is something to be in awe of.
วันนี้คุยแค่นี้เหรอเป็นไรเดี๋ยวเราไป
What do you need?
What is your wish, Kadan?
ไปกันเลยแล้วกัน
As you wish.
ทำไมแล้วความสัมพันธ์มีปัญหาเหรอ ก็นี่ก็สุดเดี๋ยวผมไปคุยกับนั่นก่อนแล้วจะเดินทางละรอบนี้คิดว่าจะไม่เอาลิซแซนไปนะเพราะมันแดนคนแคะผมจะเอาโกเลมไปแทนตัวที่จะเป็นยังไง
I await your command.
ถามบางอย่าง
So, full of questions, are you?
ไม่เป็นไร
I await your command.
อืม
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
ไม่เป็นไร ก็ตอนนี้ก็ยังทีนี้ผมต้องดูว่าไอ้คนแค่คู่นี้มียาขายไหม
If there's anything I can do for you, please, Queen and North. Many.
That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow.
Take it for what it is. I'm sure.
ยาไม่มีแล้วมีดดีๆมีขายมีดแบบมีช่องมีขายไหมลูกหนูไม่มี
Interesting.
Oh, thank you. That's...
Why, thank you so much.
Most kind.
You have my thanks.
I'm to keep this, am I?
เพราะยังไงผมคิดว่าผมก็ต้องเอาหมาเนี่ยผมต้องเลี้ยงหมาได้แน่ๆผมโดนครูด่าคืออะไรมาแล้วออกไปชีวิตจริงเลี้ยงไม่ได้ฮะพอที่เวลาผมพูดว่าผมเลี้ยงสัตว์ไม่ได้บางคนก็งงว่าทำไมไม่ได้มีอะไรก็สั้นๆนะครับความรับผิดชอบไม่พอครับฝากถึงคุณพ่อคุณแม่นะอยากเอาสัตว์อะไรอยากเห็นคิดว่าลูกเลี้ยงสัตว์เนี่ยความรับผิดชอบลูกต้องพอนะก็แน่นอนครั้งนี้ต้องไปด้วยกัน
Indeed.
เอาโกเลมไปด้วยแล้วก็
Indeed.
ลองดูครับเพราะว่าโกเลมก็น่าจะตอบโจทย์อะไรบางอย่างได้คืออันนี้ไกด์บุ๊กเขาบอกว่าไม่ต้องเชื่อเขาเยอะแต่ว่าผมก็มองว่าที่ผมเอามาคือหนึ่งคือคนแค่เนาะ โอเคโอเคโกเลมนี่ผมบอกตรงใครเอามาใช้ก็เพิ่มแค่ไม่ต้องให้มันเจรจาเนี่ยมันไม่ได้ฉลาดอะไรมันไม่ต้องฉลาดอะไรมากมายข้อเสียของโกเลมคือเดินเสียงดังเฮ้ยแล้วผมเซฟตรงไหนอ๋อเข้าเมืองขาเข้าเมืองขาไปเข้าเมืองมันเอาตัวเซฟให้โอเคเปิดมาก็ฉลองด้วยการเสียชีวิตซะแล้วตัวละครตรูก็อย่างว่าครับมันไม่มีนั่นอ่ะมันไม่มีสมุนไพรติดตัวโอ้เยี่ยมได้มาแล้วโอ้โหได้มาอีกแล้ว
You know, greetings, my lord. Greetings, my lord.
Best be careful. Darkspawn are coming.
2 กับ 4
Step right up, friend, and have a look at the finest selection of almost new armour and weaponry east of Orlais. Canary? I'm afraid I don't know the word. Oh, them. Well, I've a few shields here. I had one sword, but I sold it already. A collector. I can't go telling you all about my paying customers. One, it's not ethical, and two, it's bad for business. A lot of my customers are sensitive types. They don't want their personal business related to every stranger who happens along. If I'd known he was still breathing, I would have used a knife. I mean, I'd have been more careful. Redcliffe. The guy who bought it lives in Redcliffe. He's a collector. A dwarf named Dwin, I think. I don't want any trouble. If you see that giant, tell him I don't have it, would you? I don't, I swear. Three? I call it highway robbery, but I'd be smearing the good name of highwaymen everywhere. Fine. Here's your blood money. Take it and go.
ขายเงินได้เดินผิดทางฮะก็เราให้ดาบสแตนไปแล้วว่านั้น
So, you truly do not believe in any sort of higher power?
It has been bothering you, I see. No, I do not. Must I?
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant. Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzamar's lifeline, even if we're denied a caste. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites.
That's not right. Someone should do something.
Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown. Twice a year, I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it. Best of luck to you. Again, I'm flattered by your interest, great lord. Best of luck to you.
ยิงเหรอ
I didn't get into this business to sit on my goods.
What the butcher told me today is a grey warden loose.
They say no one goes in or out until the assembly speaks.
King Loghain will not suffer the delay of his appointed messenger.
I've never seen an elf down here before.
My sister lives down there. I hear there's fighting in the streets.
The gate stays closed, that city starves.
I've told you what I know. If you'll excuse me, I've had... Oh, certainly.
Do you hear about this son of Merrick? Some bastard from Redcliffe, are you? We're supposed to be impressed.
If our Lehman's standing up for him, I'd say we should be.
อันนี้คือจุดสี่มันฝั่งนี้คือจุดสาม
Maybe what he says is true. You ever think of that?
ไอ้ตัวนี้อยู่ตรงนี้
I hear the majors of that tower off in the middle of Lake Callanhod all up and turned into a pack of demons.
ผมหายไอ้คนสวมหมวกไม่เจออะตรงเนี้ยฮะฉากนี้คืองงมากว่า
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Logain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
The Wardens killed King Kaelin and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Logain.
Well, that is the royal seal. That means only the assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Logain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden. You'll hear of this. King Logain will see you quartered.
โอ้สำเร็จ
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
สำเร็จโอ้อดได้ของอดฟันมันเลยกูอยากจะฟันกับมัน
Trust follow, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. We prefer that outsiders not witness our infighting, but your presence will be tolerated. I haven't eaten.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Blanca, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like her. She...
Don't say that. Get back to the fort. I want to see more details.
All right.
Spare us, Mr.
Let me ask you this then, Morrigan. What if there really was a maker?
Then I would wonder why he has abandoned his creation.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew.
Handlers, separate these dashers in the diamond quarter. I will not have Balaam incite a riot.
Not speak that way about the man who should be king! Especially in front of outsiders.
Law have him in the Legion. Lava bad.
the life you once had, Shell. These centuries of memories you have lost.
Does it miss being within its mother's womb?
Do I? Well, no. I don't remember that far back. เดี๋ยวก่อน
I'm off.
ก่อนเข้าเมืองมันมีภารกิจย่อยอยู่ เดี๋ยวลองไปคุยดูดิ โอเค เดี๋ยวผมต้องไปคุยกับภารกิจย่อยๆแยกย่อยดูก่อนนะ
Why does the bard stare at me so?
I was thinking of writing a song about you. The statue with a heart of gold, or something like that.
It thinks my heart is made of gold. It is stone.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? You look like you're not from around here. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study. That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smith Caste. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
อันนี้คือเข้าไปฟ้องพ่อเขาแต่ผมกลับไม่คิดว่าจะอย่างนั้นเนี่ยผมจะลองไปที่ซันทาวเวอร์
Greetings and welcome to Wow, there are... What was I saying?
ต้องขออนุญาตกลับไปที่นั่นก่อนนะผมต้องขออนุญาตกลับไปที่เมืองก่อนผมจะเคลียร์ผมยังไม่เข้าเมืองดีกว่าจะเคลียร์ไว้ด้านนอกเสร็จเพราะว่ารู้สึกว่ามันน่าจะได้ประสบการณ์ที่ดีอ่ะ
The highlight of underground existence, I take it.
Hmm.
going.
The Swamp Witch has a great deal in common with my former master.
The Swamp Witch? How original.
The Swamp Witch has the same arrogance, the same air of cruelty.
คือเราไปบอกคราวที่แล้วผมเรียกบอกพ่อเขาไงพอบอกพ่อเขาไปแล้วสงสารเลยว่าเด็กมันไม่ได้เรียนเวทมนต์ก็เลย
I
คิดว่า
understand the Swamp Witch is out to
รอบ
slay
นี้
its
น่า
own
จะ
mother.
Entirely in self-defense.
So it claims.
You really killed all those abominations? I didn't think it was possible. I thought we'd all die here. I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
Hmm. รู้สึกว่ายังไงก็รับรางวัลนะเนาะ
There is so much to be done here. It will be a long and arduous process. But thanks to you, the worst is past. A dwarf? Studying magic? Such a thing is unheard of. The dwarves have no connection to the Fade and magic. Likely she's been taken in by fantastic stories about the wonders of magic. More fiction than fact. The Circle is in no shape to take apprentices, let alone dwarven tag-alongs. Her childish dreams of magic will have to suffice. May they give her comfort.
เดี๋ยวนะครับที่ผมกลับมาตรงนี้ไม่ใช่เลยนะผมจะไปให้ไอ้เจ้าแล้วผมจะแจกของขวัญด้วยผมจะไปแจกของขวัญแล้วเดี๋ยวผมจะพักการเล่นก่อนคลิปนี้ไม่รู้สั้นยาวนะแต่ว่าผมว่าก็ดีกว่าฟ้องพ่อแล้วกันเนาะคราวนั้นเรียกบอกพ่อไงแล้วพ่อเธอแบบโกรธมากอะไรอย่างเงี้ยไปทำพ่อลูกก็มีปัญหา
Enchantment!
อันนี้ยัง
Thank you so much.
What have you there? A mirror? It is just the same as the mirror which Flemeth smashed on the ground so long ago. It is incredible that you found one so like it. I am uncertain what to say. You must wish something in return, certainly.
ของขวัญคนสวย
I have never received a gift. Not one that did not also come with a price attached. But I would be a fool not to accept such a gesture with grace. Your gift is most thoughtful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Most kind. Most kind.
ขึ้นช้ามาก
Indeed.
Indeed.
เคคงดีใจเหมือนไม่
Yes.
ผมว่าน้องคุณไม่เคยคุณเธอคงไม่ค่อยได้รับของขวัญจากใครหรอมั้งก็เลยแบบอาการไม่ต้องฆ่าคนแต่ว่ายัง
Do you have any tales of the wild?
None of the sort you like. No princesses in tall towers or knights throwing themselves at whole armies.
That's not all I like.
Do you want tales of the chastened wilders who dwell in the marsh? Do you want to hear of the slow deaths they inflict on their enemies? Perhaps a tale of the poisonous creatures of the wilds that lay their eggs on your skin so their young may eat you alive when hatched. Or a tale of my mother's marsh cuisine. That, in my opinion, is the most terrifying of all my tales.
No, I don't want to hear about those things.
Then I have no tales for you.
Have you seen? I'm only asking because you never know who's going. Right.
มันไม่มีพวกของดีๆนี่ใช่กินเลยหรือไงวะดูฝั่งตรงข้ามเดี๋ยวไปเคลียร์ตอนหน้าสงสารหนูเหมือนกันนะเนี่ยแต่ถ้าเล่นเกมนี้ก็จะรู้ว่าคนแคระคนแคระเขาจะไม่มี
Hello, how can I... It's you! And it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the circle and back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said. How can that be? There's always a circle in every human nation. All the books agree. But what will happen in the Mageborn now? They'll still need somewhere to train, they'll need a new circle, and people to help them rebuild. I'm a smith. I can build whatever they need. Did you tell them that? I'll go right now. I'll do whatever it takes, just to be there. Thank you for asking. That's more than anyone else has done for me.
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone. My name is Vilda, widow of Turak of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Rak. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul. It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them. How? There is no way except to brave the Deep Roads yourself. Warden, so you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
I do not even want to think from what manner of substance a cave-dwelling people would create their spirits.
Yes.
I once drank a thimble of dwarven ale, woke up a week later in Jada wearing nothing but my shoes and a towel.
Darkspawn attacks have been really
I'm
light
afraid
this
to
year.
walk the commons alone at night. Those Cardiff ones
I
are
don't
awful.
understand.
I'm coming! Hold
That's
on!
how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really need our help to decide who's worthy? And then he practically slapped me.
Bottles all around?
There's two of you. Sit down, have a drink, enjoy life.
Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden? You don't get far as the youngest and most outspoken member of the Assembly without keeping an ear to the stone. I heard there was a Grey Warden in town. No offense, but you kind of stand out. Very good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life away at tapsters. Or did they leave off at greatest shame to ever fall upon the Assembly? I've always liked that one. You know, Most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent dishes if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar is so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the casts are even necessary. Me and 79 other, they're not fond of my views on equality. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle, badly. Oh, you're serious? Then the warriors. Your caste is determined by that of your... as...
คนนี้ใช่พ่อค้าไหมเนี่ยไม่ใช่
Afternoon, stranger. You looking for a stool to share a brew? You're lost. Don't look at me. I already offered. Don't look at me. I already offered once.
I'll trust Vala, stranger. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you? With 52 types of ale, 17 types of... I recommend a Brachian brew. She has a heavy head and... A Brachian brew never fails to hit the spot. A few months ago, you might have seen the prince here. But now he never leaves his estate. Well, I have other customers to see too. If you need anything else, just call me over.
Topsiders? The more cracks in the old way, the better. I'll take...
Maker's blessing on you, brother. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
And that is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar. The Shaper it controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting. Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
ครับ เดี๋ยวยังไง เดี๋ยวผมขอจบการแคสเพียงเท่านี้ก่อนนะครับ ถ้าชอบอย่าลืมกดไลค์ กดแชร์ กด subscribe กดแจ้งเตือนนะครับ สวัสดีครับ ถ้าชอบอย่าลืมกดไลค์ กดแชร์ กด subscribe เป็นกำลังใจให้ผมด้วยนะครับ